Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. For those new here, my name's Nicki. I'm an author and editor and I post videos here on YouTube about writing, editing, reading and all the other things I love. Today we're here for a writer's update. It's actually spring here in Adelaide now and yesterday was 25 degrees, a beautiful sunny day. Today not so much, so I'm back to double layers, lights on to do the filming, but never mind. What I'm here anyway to tell you is not about the Adelaide weather, but about my writing and what's been happening since my last update. So if you remember, my last update was when Super Few Bad For Me came out, and that's gone quite well as far as I can tell. The comments I've seen have been really positive, which is awesome. I should be getting the first lot of sales figures for that through at the end of next month, so I'm interested to see how it's been doing. But for now anyway, I've been pleased. I did a bit of promo for it and generally what I've heard's been good, so that's awesome. I only have one more release coming out for this year now, which is a short story, Barbies and Beaches, which will be out as part of Dream Spinner Press's Advent Calendar in December. So for those who don't know, the Advent Calendar is a subscription that goes on through December, and you can pay your fee beforehand. There's usually a discount, a pretty good discount for buying early, and every day you'll be emailed a new short story throughout the entire month of December. They always have holiday themes, and this year's obviously no different, and this year's theme was Warmest Wishes. So it was holiday stories set in climates such as here in Australia, where the weather is warm. We're in the middle of summer for our Christmas. So Barbies and Beaches, as I said, will be out as part of that anthology, but will also be released as a single short story ebook on the 1st of December as well. So I will be back and tell you more about that in my final writer's update for the year, but just to let you know it's coming. What else is new? I don't think the last time I spoke to you I signed the contract yet, so I'll mention it now that I have another paranormal novel coming out with 9 Star Press. I don't have a firm date yet. It will be next year sometime, I think in the first half of next year, but as we head into 2019 I will give you updates once I've got a bit more information on when it's going to happen. And the story was originally titled Sanguis Est in Aeternum. However, the editor's already suggested to me that we maybe de-Latinise it, just so it's a bit easier for readers, and we'll maybe keep the Latin as a kind of subheading. So for those who don't speak Latin, Sanguis Est in Aeternum, Blood is Forever, is likely to be the English title once we actually get into publication stage. It's a story I had awesome fun writing. It involves vampires and witches and fae, and a bit of a murder mystery also going on throughout the story as well. Plus, of course, a romance, as you would expect from MM. I'm really excited about it. I'm actually half thinking I'd like to do a bit of transmedia kind of stuff with this. So that's something I'm going to be thinking about in the next few months as we lead up, start editing, and we get a release date in mind as to how I'm going to do that, what I want to do with it. But I would like to do some kind of additional content for it outside the book. So I will update you on that as plans develop. At the moment I'm leaning towards doing something with Twitter for it, but I will, as I said, let you know once things are a bit more set in stone. The rest of my writing updates are not so great this month, I have to say, because I haven't really been doing any writing for 6 weeks, maybe closer to 8. And when I say that, I mean 0. I haven't put pen to paper, fingers to keyboard, anything. I can't entirely tell you why that is. I mean, I think I kind of know. I mean, I'm always a little bit like that around the time of a new release, and obviously I had books coming out late July and mid-August. So that early part of August, I was really busy with the promo for both of those. Plus, there's always that kind of angst as you're waiting for a new story to come out, where you're kind of thinking, oh, are people going to like it? Am I any good as a writer? And that always kind of puts me off for a few weeks doing any new writing until I kind of feel that everything's gone well with that release. However, usually I then bounce back and start writing again, but that didn't happen this time, and I think throughout August I had that release, which was quite a major release. I was doing a lot of promo for it, and also I was waiting on news at that point about the book I just submitted to 9 Star, the one I just contracted on, so I was kind of thinking, are they going to accept it, how's it going to go? But then when we got into September, I still wasn't in the writing mood, and I seriously can't tell you why that was. I mean, I'm not one who usually suffers from writer's block. I've actually got 2 stories that I've already started. I've got ideas for 2 more, so it's not that I didn't have any thoughts about what I wanted to do. It's just that I didn't have that burning desire to write. So I haven't been lazy. I mean, I've been utilising my time in other ways. I've done a lot of preparation for my blog and for this YouTube channel, planning my content pretty much throughout 2019. In terms of the blog posts, they're already all written and I've already scheduled the first few months. And in terms of the vlogs, I've got stuff filmed and scheduled up till about February, March. I will still be having to film a few on the fly, like my end of the month wrap-ups. But essentially I've got content planned for about the next 3 to 6 months. And I'm feeling quite good about that because I don't have to film any now for the rest of this year except for these one-off end of the month and writer updates. And it does mean that come January I'll be filming 3 months ahead all the time, which gives me a bit of leeway if things get busy, if something comes up and it's going to be difficult to film. I know I've got a bit of room to manoeuvre there. So that's all good. I've also been doing a bit of prep for that book I just contracted for. I've already written some guest posts, even though I don't have a release date yet. I thought I'd do those while the writing process of doing that story is still fresh in my mind, so I can think about what I want to say. So I've written, I think, about 6 guest posts ready for that. So I'm not doing a major big blog tour for that December release, but I've started to do a bit of the prep for that too, just for what little bit of promo I'll be doing for it. And just, yeah, generally keep getting on top of planning and getting stuff ready. I've got my bullet journal set up for next year already. I've had to start cooking recently because my husband changed jobs and I'm not a cook. So I've also started blogging about my experience in that, so that's taken a bit of time. And I've also been creative in some ways because I've taken up crochet. So I've already made a couple of hats, a couple of pair of gloves. What else did I do? A couple of little mug cozies. So I've been doing a bit of that. That's kept me busy too. But I just haven't really been writing. However, I am starting to feel the urge again, which is awesome. Good news. So this weekend I've got a little bit of a few odds and ends to finish off. But come next week and the start of October, I'm planning to get back into the writing. I'm actually not sure at this stage which of those 4 story ideas I'll be working on. In some ways I want to finish off one of the 2 that I'm partway through, but I'm getting a lot of really strong thoughts and vibes for one of the others. So I may end up going with one of the others, which is probably going to mean I've got loads of stories on the go and nothing finished initially, which I'd hope to get something finished ready to submit by the first quarter next year, but that may not happen now. However, I figure as long as I'm writing and getting back into writing, it doesn't matter too much. And even if it means that I take a little bit longer to get something ready for submission next year, so be it, as long as I've got the creative juices flowing again. So that's pretty much all from me for this writer's update. I will leave there. I'll be back in December with my final one for the year, and I'll be back again soon, obviously, with more vlog content too. So I look forward to talking to you all again soon. Bye for now, everyone.